First person to offer me an interesting case gets to ride her. Single or double team. My scooter. Which, now said out loud, sounds even more inappropriate.
Seriously? You're bringing him to work now?
23-year-old homeless man brought into the ER with burn injuries and...
Let me guess. Diagnosis was fire.
He said his burning flesh smelled like licorice, and the ER antiseptics like blueberry muffins.
Cool. Dysosmia could be anything from an environmental factor to early sign of a degenerative brain disease. Smells like a winner. Okay, you and Chase go check out the park where they found him. You two load him up with prednisone, give him an odor ID test. He's still mistaking his body odors for candy. Problem's definitely in his brain. Also, find out what else he's lying about. Since I'm assuming Ferris Bueller is not his real name.
Why?
Seriously, who is that?
They say he's a righteous dude.
I don't have a medical history. I've always been healthy.
What about those scars and burn marks? Lean forward.
My dad. We didn't exactly get along when I was a kid.
How many times were you hospitalized?
Never. He was good at it. Made sure he never did anything that couldn't be covered up by a sweatshirt.
Sorry.
No, don't be. I'm not. The past is the past. That's why I don't like talking about it. My backpack. Oh, where'd you find it?
In the park, right next to a big pile of questions.
What kind of drugs you shooting up?
Vitamin supplements. I've been trying to boost my immune system. All right, test me if you don't believe me.
Ferris tell you his real name yet?
Peter Johnson.
Danny Jennings.
I bought those books used.
All from the same guy?
I'm sorry, you know, I think I should check out now, and I should... Ow!
What's wrong?
Oh, my stomach.
Gastrointestinal bleeding.
We found 13 masses spread across the wall of his colon, ranging from 2 to 8 millimeters.
Can't be tumors. Edges are too sharp and defined.
Thought it might be parasites, but we didn't see any movement between X-ray exposures.
And no larvae or eggs were observed in any of his stool samples.
Which is kind of surprising for a homeless junkie living in a park.
Ex-junkie claims he's been clean for over 3 months.
And he's not planning on staying homeless. He's trying to protect his health, which is why he's been taking vitamin supplements. He wants to be a doctor.
He's just telling you what you want to hear.
Once an addict, always an addict.
What's that? That's definitely not a fungus. You were bleeding because you had 13 pieces of bone in your digestive tract.
We think you have pica, a craving for non-food items that's caused by a chemical
I
imbalance.
didn't crave them. I kind of volunteered to eat them.
What? Why?
There's this great Italian restaurant I like to frequent. And by restaurant, I mean their dumpster out back. The cook is kind of a friend of mine. And he challenges me to eat stuff. Sometimes it's raw squid or, you know, I have to chew on a chicken bone. But if I do it, then he hooks me up with real food, not just the garbage.
Great friend.
These fragments could have perforated your colon and killed you.
You have to promise us you'll stop.
I think there's something wrong with my eyes.
What is it?
It's like I'm looking at you from the bottom of a well.
Sounds like regional pain syndrome. Has to be a genetic disorder.
Would you slow down? You're gonna get us arrested. I wouldn't worry about it. We'll probably die first. Don't make me take my shoe off. You need to run his DNA. You could have early onset of Parkinson's. Or cortical-based ganglionic degeneration, or Huntington's, or any one of a dozen other genetic diseases.
Hey, if you let us out, we can start testing.
We're gonna test them all. It'll take weeks. I'm not canceling my honeymoon to treat this kid. It's a fake marriage, but a real honeymoon? Most are. Danny could also die before we get through testing for all the possibilities. So we cheat. Since it's genetic, Daddy or Mommy's got it too. Either sick or dead.
He doesn't know where his mother is, and he won't tell us where his father is.
He's a homeless ex-junkie. You tell me the 2 Ford geniuses can't outwit him?
Kid said he was in a state-sponsored rehab last November. There's only one Danny Jennings that was in treatment at the time, and he listed his father's address as his primary next of kin.
We're trying to make your son better.
Better? He died of a drug overdose. We buried him 3 months ago.
I'm not telling you my name.
No problem. I just need your father's name.
Forget it.
Care to tell me why?
He's looking for me. He supposedly cleaned up and got sober. And now he wants to be part of my life again. And I can't let that happen.
You're a big boy now. You still think he can hurt you?
You don't get it. If I ever see my dad again, I'll kill him. I've hurt people. And when I didn't die, I thought God forgave me. And he just wanted me to suffer. And I deserve it.
You don't deserve it.
I had a girlfriend in college. And I almost killed her. I just snapped. I started hitting her. And if her roommate hadn't come home, I'm evil. I'm just like my dad. We're both monsters that deserve to die.
Stop that man! I need the meal card for the patient in 243. He's eating healthy because he can. Most of the meals in here are vegetarian. Adult Refsum disease. Fits all the symptoms. His body can't process the phytanic acid and chlorophyll. It's his healthy diet of green vegetables that's killing him.
So if we change his diet...
Maybe save his life.
Run him through a plasmapheresis treatment. Remove the excess phytanic acid from his blood. Confirm with gene testing.
You're not a bad person. You made mistakes, but we all do. Maybe when you get out of here, you can go talk to someone, a professional.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those places you suggested had people on staff. You know, I think God really does have a plan for me. And all this was just his way of testing my resolve. And I wouldn't have passed it without you.
What's going on?
Danny disappeared without checking out.
So you called the FBI?
You didn't call him, they just showed up. Danny's DNA. When we sent it to the lab for testing, it sent off alarm bells all over the country.
Alarm bells for what?
He's linked to 13 unsolved murders in 10 different states.
He's a serial killer who eats his victims.
And we saved him.